Those who do, do. Those who can't, teach. If anyone proves this old phrase is false, it's Bob Bondurant. Bob Bondurant is a racing legend, and for a decade prior to opening his school in 1968, Bob was racing and winning on anything with wheels. His glory days would come in the mid-1960s when racing for Ford in a Shelby Cobra Roadster. He would become the first person to beat the invincible Team Ferrari in Europe in an American-made car. This caught the eye of legendary Enzo Ferrari, and Bob would later start racing for Ferrari that very year. Now located in Chandler, Arizona, his school has revolutionized racing and driving for all who attend. Everything about Bob Bondurant radiates his desire for speed, and we were lucky enough to sit down with him in his favorite car to catch up with the racing legend.
Wow.
How's that?
That was awesome.
Isn't that fantastic?
And this is your new baby over here, isn't it?
That's my Cobra.
Yeah.
I race these for Shelby.
Yeah, gorgeous car.
A lot of races.
And people don't realize you're 80 years old.
Just
but
turned 80.
Just turned 80, and you were out there doing a hot lap right now in this car, and you were hauling butt. And you were having fun, weren't you?
Oh, I was. Yeah. I do hot laps to keep my mind sharp.
Yeah.
And because I love it.
Yeah, I can tell you.
Yeah.
I can tell you love it. You just got on that car and just took off and hauled butt.
Oh, yeah.
And I heard you going around those corners. I heard the wheels going and everything.
And this car is 500 horsepower.
Wow, that's
and
crazy.
500 horsepower, I love it.
Yeah, and the sound.
You never have enough horsepower.
Yeah, you can't beat the sound either, huh?
That's right.
That's right. So now, Bob, you got started quite a long time ago. And
that's right. My dad used to take me to the midget auto races.
The midgets, yeah.
Yeah, every day over in Southern California.
Okay.
And man, I've got to do some racing. And instead of doing midgets, ironically, I never raced a midget. But I raced sprint cars, and then I raced motorcycles, flat track, ovals.
Okay.
And in those days, they didn't have brakes.
Oh, yeah.
So you just downshift and drag your feet when you come in the pits.
You're a pretty tough guy. You've been doing this for a long time. Racing is a demanding sport. People don't realize it. You got to be in shape.
Get me in shape, and like when I do hot laps here, I feel every move the car makes.
Yeah.
So I can feel it. If I'm going a little too fast, then I'll use a little bit of light brake and make the car work perfect. And when you're racing, I went over to Europe and raced over there for Shelby.
Yeah.
Our mission was to beat
Ferrari.
Ferrari in the World Manufacturing Championship. It had never been beaten before. And the second year, won 8 out of the 10 races.
Wow, that's amazing.
And won the championship on the 4th of July in Reims, France.
Wow.
Champagne, capital of France.
Wow.
So we celebrated.
Rub it in their face.
Yeah.
You loved it, didn't you?
Oh, I did. And then Enzo Ferrari summoned me to come down meet with him. Meeting Enzo Ferrari is like meeting the god of racing.
Okay.
And he was so proud, and he won everything.
Yeah.
And it was really, really cool.
Yeah, that must have been awesome. And I know that you told me racing's so in your blood that even today, like you say, hey, Bob, where do you like to go traveling? You said, anywhere there's a race, right? Anywhere there's a Formula One race. Formula One, that's still in your blood.
Yeah. Formula One's the highest level of racing.
As Bob was in his prime, life would change forever in 1967 when going 150 miles per hour in his McLaren. A steering arm broke, sending Bob into a life-changing accident. Before his car would come to rest, Bob flipped 8 times, end over end. Doctors told him he would never walk again, but Bob wouldn't have it. However, his racing days were tragically behind him. What he would do next would change the lives of many when he opened the Bob Bondurant School of Driving. We had the opportunity to get trained with one of Bob's skillful instructors, Austin Robson, to get a first-hand look at Bob Bondurant School of Driving.
So what do you do here, Austin? What's your main job?
Basically, I'm a driving instructor. Teach anywhere from teen drivers all the way up through the enthusiasts up to the pros, so the top NASCAR drivers in the world. Everybody in between, so that's what we do.
So you're the Iceman.
the Iceman.
That's right. You could be on that tarmac at 110 and it doesn't even affect it, does it?
No.
I love it. I love it.
That's what we do every
That's
day.
what you do. You have a need for speed and you make it happen, right?
You got it. Yeah.
So what do people learn here? What's the big attraction?
Basically car control and having a better understanding of what they need to do as a driver to manage a car. You know, everyday driving stuff. As far as accident avoidance, what we're going to do right here is we're going to work on some techniques to teach you some accident avoidance skills, and that's what the people need for everyday driving.
Yeah, big time. And you know, people go here for a lot more than that. People go here to have a little fantasy camp, I heard.
Absolutely. You know, we have a Grand Prix road racing class where we can take someone that's never been in a race car, teach them all the basic techniques, eventually get them out on the track into our Grand Sport Corvettes. Spend a couple days in the track in the Corvettes, and then eventually we bump them up to the Formula Mazdas, which is an open wheel, proper race car. So they're doing the real deal in 4 days.
4 days. That's fun. And then you have something else I heard, which sounded really interesting to me, is some type of a military training course or chauffeur or whatever it was.
We do everything. We have executive protection. We do work with a lot of military out here as well, but we have an executive protection class where we teach people how to, you know, do rams, pit maneuvers, reverse 180s, some really cool stuff. We actually, a ram is where we actually ram through a blockade, you know, actual cars, so we crash some stuff up, and it's not every day when you get to hit another car and spin them out. And
yeah, now that would be pretty fun. That sounds cool. I'll have to see that one of these days. But anyways, you got the box here. You were talking about the box, and what's this all about?
This is our accident avoidance simulator, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be simulating an accident that's going to be happening in front of you, and it's going to be your job to avoid it.
Okay.
Of course, we're going to teach you some techniques so you have the ability to do so, okay? So we're going to start you out probably about 30 miles an hour. We have our starting point down there. We'll get you up to speed. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to approach our makeshift intersection here, our 3-lane intersection. Okay. There's going to be a green light for each lane as you approach that area, okay? And as you get closer to it, 2 of those lanes are going to turn red, simulating that accident, okay? And you're going to have to maneuver around it. So we've put you in a situation where you physically don't have enough time to get the car stopped prior to the impact point, so you have to maneuver around it.
Great.
Okay. So the first thing you're going to need to do as a driver is we want you to lift off the gas. Okay. As soon as you see those lights change, what that's going to do is that's going to transition some weight to the front of the car, place some weight on those front tires, which is going to make them very capable of developing good grip when you add that steering to avoid. Okay. We need to get the car to efficiently change directions to avoid. So that's how we're going to do it. We're going to lift off, make our lane change with our steering. Then as we're bringing our steering wheel back to straight, we're actually going to go back to the gas, squeeze on the gas a little bit just to transition some weight to the rear to make sure the car is stable. Okay, so we call this our lift, turn, squeeze technique. Okay. And that's what's going to allow us to very efficiently maneuver the car 20 feet to the left or to the right to avoid.
That's a good one for people to know.
Absolutely.
So we're out on a shopping spree, just out about town, you know, just going to Whole Foods, get some groceries. And here's what happens. Oh boy, did I mess up on that one?
Yeah, that was bad, yeah. I mean, you killed everybody. You're supposed to turn
before
the first cone.
Oh, yeah, that would have been bad.
An imaginary object we're trying to avoid, Patrick.
Okay, can you wipe out the front end with all the blood on it? Because it's not good.
We're just going to do a redo.
Redo, take 2. Okay, so I'm supposed to turn before the cone. Before the first cone. There, we did it. There, I think I did it right this time. I get it now. I just got to get the hang of it, man.
Bob has worked with a lot of celebrities. In fact, in his second week open as a school, he had only 2 students, Robert Wagner and Paul Newman, who were training for the film Winning.
And you had a lot of celebrities coming here. I think you got Paul Newman involved in racing, didn't you?
Paul Newman, I taught Paul Newman, Robert Wagner for the movie Winning.
Oh, that's right, Winning, yes.
And I worked on the movie Grand Prix.
Yep, and I saw a picture of you. I guess they used you to drive the car, and you had 2 cameras on the side of your head.
What we do is shoot hands on the wheel and shoot straight ahead, see where we're going.
Wow.
I did a lot of film work like that. You guys are lucky.
I know.
It's fun. I'm jealous.
He's also worked with the likes of Clint Eastwood, Gene Hackman, Kirk Douglas, and many more.
Just hanging with us so far, not too bad.
I got the opportunity to fly around the track in my Camaro and have some fun in a really fast Cadillac. And not to mention, one heck of a fast Corvette.
All right, so this is when we go for it, huh?
Yeah, you guys ready?
I'm just gonna hang on, that's about it. Okay, let's do it. Ooh, smoke them up, yeah! Man, this thing goes.
All right, here we go.
Crap, you kidding me? No way. You are kidding me. Holy crap, this is awesome! Holy crap, this car's awesome! This is awesome! Yes! I can't even believe it. No way.
So this is basically back your way.
Awesome! Yeah! There you go. This is fun. This thing grabs. This is crazy right there. I love it. The park time. Hey, guess what? That was more fun than a roller coaster. And I had a good little pilot right here. He was kicking some butt. That was nothing to you. Yeah, he's like talking the whole time. Had a cup of coffee, a couple donuts, you know. It was unbelievable. So how many G's do you pull on this thing?
Oh man, I don't know.
A few? Depends on how you're driving that day, huh? So now this is, you're actually been shifting, so.
Yeah. Yep, we'll
Right
be
on.
doing some shifting.
How about
You
you?
ready?
Yeah. Yeah, baby.
Now that I got a taste of real speed, it's no wonder why Bob Bondurant is still excited to this day to get behind the wheel of some really fast cars.
No, this is a lot of fun. We get to meet all these great people, but I don't think anybody as dynamic as you yet. You take the cake. Not only are you tough, you're talented, and you've done a lot in your life, and you're still doing it, and that's great.
Oh, yeah.
So
I love it.
I can tell you really.
As long as you're doing things that you love at 80, whatever year,
Yeah.
don't retire.
Yeah.
Stay with it and do it.
Wow. Thanks so much.
Very, very
You're an amazing individual, and you're tough. You're tough as nails, and you're still out there doing it. You know.
yeah.
Nothing can stop you, huh?
I love it.
Well, thanks for doing all this great work. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And thank you so much for being here with us. And until next time, just remember to enjoy.